Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, which is Together with Dhanu. I know, I have been long time MIA from long form content, but I am back. And today in this video, I'll be sharing things I wish I knew before doing an MBA. So stick to the video till end because there are some bonus tips from my end which I want to share with all of you. And I'm assuming a lot of you who have tuned into this video are probably starting their MBA. Do drop in the comments what all colleges you've converted or which college you're planning to join. By the way, if you've come to this channel for the very first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Dhanu and I recently completed my MBA from TA by Management Institute, Manipal, and I create content regarding my experiences in life. So if you'll go to my channel, you will see different type of content on my channel. So I have a proper undergraduate degree. I am a BCom graduate. So a college which I studied in, which was MCMDV college based out of Chandigarh. I have videos related to that. Was that I pursued my MBA, so I have dedicated videos for that. Now I'm also planning that I'll filter out the videos and create proper highlights for you to check out life at TAPME, hostel at TAPME, food at TAPME, all of that. So I'll link it also for you guys to refer to that. Also, why a long delay? Because I've started working. I'm an official corporate girly now. So yeah, that's why this video took so long to come out. So yeah, without any further delay, let's just get straight into the video. So I literally sat down with paper and pen to jot down points for you guys so that I give you some really valuable inputs from my side. Also, a lot of you reached out to me on LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm very sorry for the delay in replying because, as I mentioned, I've started working, I've joined an organization, I'm an official corporate girly, so it was taking time for me. But no worries, I am here, I'm back. So a few of the questions which were asked to me were like, how can I stand out from others and how can I build my CV? What is the theory and practical ratio? All of such questions. I will answer all those questions in this particular video. Firstly is to pursue some courses and certifications. So if you're joining TAPI, for instance, I'm sure you probably have like 15-20 days, maybe more than that in your kitty. So utilize this time to pursue courses and certifications. Now you'll be like, what courses, what certifications we should pursue? So see, I personally had a little inclination towards marketing as a domain. So I knew that maybe I want to do something in that area. So I took up a certification of digital marketing and I did it from Internshala. But there are other platforms also. So right now I will list down few courses for you. So for instance, there are a lot of majors and minors you get to choose and a lot of specialization basically. So if you really want to build a career in IT, you can look at cyber risk, project management, and Scrum Master certifications and alike. If you want to have a career in IT. If in marketing you're planning, so first would be, as I mentioned, a digital marketing certification wherein you learn about SEO, email marketing, and a lot of other stuff alike. From that, you can really brush up your Excel skills, learn how to make Power BI dashboards. These things will be really helpful for you in case you plan to participate in case competitions in MBA. Apart from that, you look at market research courses available. Again, I'll link some courses for you guys in the description box below so that you can refer to them. You can also do courses on data analysis because no matter in what domain you plan to enter, all these domains involve data analysis. So having a slight understanding how to analyze data, how to read through data, how to derive insights is really going to help you. Apart from that, if you are planning to take finance as your specialization, then CFA, I'm sure you guys are already aware, you would really want to look at that course. And also if you excel, you tend to get scholarship also here. Apart from that, you can learn how to do financial modeling, like basic financial modeling. Then you can also learn how to do forecasting and then understand this concept of NPV, net present value. So try to brush up on these areas, these concepts, because this is really going to help you going forward, even if it is your SIP, which is summer placement interviews, or in general in your academic journey. Okay, since we're done and we have talked about a lot of courses and certification, let's move on to a second point, which is building up a skill. Now when I say building up skills, I actually want to say build both hard skills as well as soft skills. What happens, we tend to do these courses and certifications and we'll get an idea of a particular tool maybe or a particular skill maybe, but soft skills are something which comes over time. And now you'll be like, how can I develop this in like 20 days? I'm sure it takes time. It is not going to come to you in a day or in a span of like even say 20 days. It is going to take time, but subconsciously you'll have to start practicing. For instance, if you think you're probably lacking in communication, so you'll have to start practicing. There is a tool which I will put somewhere here and link it also, wherein you can practice your communication skills. Not just that, you can also work on your people networking skills, because that is what is really going to help you. You know, it takes a lot of effort to approach somebody. If you feel that you are a little hesitant, a little reluctant in going and approaching somebody, push yourself in doing that. Maybe interact and ask questions, understand from their life experiences, and also build a solid hard skill. When I said that brush your skills on Excel, I actually mean that you know how to use Excel. Practice a little bigger data sets, wherein you know how to use VLOOKUP, wherein you know how to use pivot table, because these are the things which will actually help you having some tangible skill, some tangible knowledge. For instance, when I started my MBA, I knew how to do video editing, and that to Adobe Premiere Pro. So that was one tangible skill I was bringing on the table. Excel, of course, I learned on the go, but yeah, one skill which I knew that I properly know. Similarly, if you know some tools, some software, that are your tangible skills. So whatever you like, pick up maybe an area of your interest and just develop it, so that you know I know it the best, like that, right? So when I said build your skills, please focus on both your hard skills as well as your soft skills. Point number 3, which is very very important, I really feel I knew when I started my MBA, is to brush up your subjects, revise your subjects. For instance, if you come from work X, right, so you've already lost the touch from your studies, so it becomes of tremendous importance to you to, for sure. But also, even if you're a graduate, still I'll say that please 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 brush up on your subjects. For instance, I really found stats to be really tough for me. I was a BCom graduate, so it is being generally said that, you know, non-engineers find statistics to be difficult, but engineers do it very easily. So I'll really suggest statistics. Again, I'll link up some course for you guys for you to refer. So statistics you can revise. For engineers, they find accounting to be very difficult, so you can brush up on basics of accounting, 3 golden principles of accounting: debit the receiver, credit the giver, and alike. So another important aspect, when you build your CV, because the moment you enter into a B school, you will not have time to really work on your CV, to enter pointers in your CV, because you will be already occupied with so many things happening in an MBA life. Not having 10-20 days at your hand is a really good amount of time. So how can you build your CV? Firstly, I will suggest everybody know your CV pretty well. I mean, you should know what all you've put in your CV, and you have a narrative built around it. Okay, so for instance, if I worked with an NGO during my undergraduation, so I need to have a story behind it as to why I joined it, what were my learnings, what were my key responsibilities, what were the challenges I faced, what did I learn. So, you know, all these questions should be answered. Even if you had work ex, what was your role, what did you learn, how was your senior manager, how were your team skills? Build a story around it. Why did you choose that? What all did you learn? Why do you want to shift it to an MBA? Why are you looking at pursuing an MBA? These things are really important, especially from an internship perspective. If you want, like, SIP perspective, which is summer internship placements, that is really going to help, having a narrative beforehand, and also preparing basic HR questions. Again, I will list a few basic HR questions for you in the description box, so that you have an idea what all to prepare. Mention courses and certifications if you have time at hand, and if you are able to find some live projects and internships, nothing better than that. But I have a feeling maybe 20 days will be a little a short span of time, but still you can do it, because you'll have free time even when you know, move into your college. So maybe a 30-day span you can take and do a live project. That is also going to add a lot of value. But please, especially in terms of marketing, and you know, you tend to get some sales project wherein you have to just sell project, that is not a live project you should look at. Look at some actual work, actual learning, even if it is unpaid, which is okay. So next, which is you know, a very commonly ignored thing, but again I wish I knew this before an MBA, is to develop a hobby and continue it. I have had so many hobbies throughout my life, but I could not pursue them when my MBA journey started, because our schedules were so hectic and, you know, so cumbersome. But I really feel all of us should have something to go back to, something which does not, you know, bother us, which does not box us down, and which just gives us calmness, which just makes us happy. And I know you'll find it strange, consuming less of phone is actually really helpful, because we are just in front of screens almost all the time of the day, and just cutting off from your phone actually gives you that, you know, your inner creativity back, and it just heals you internally, is what I feel. Develop a hobby, maybe writing, maybe painting, sketching, anything. daily, but once in a week you should definitely do that, just to come back to you, to yourself, to ensure that you don't lose your identity in this process of MBA, because it takes a lot from you. So you need to rejuvenate yourself in the process. Okay, so next very important thing, which now I really regret, but I would like all of you who are planning to do an MBA, do not. Please, when I say it, I want to emphasize it as much as possible. Do not neglect your health, because as an MBA student, I have done that, been there, suffered. So I just want to tell you, please have a routine in terms of eating your food. Especially, I know it gets really tough, getting up early in the morning when you've already, like, you just have 4 hours of sleep. But do not miss your breakfast. But even if you end up doing, start with, like, the first meal of the day should be a little healthy. Do not start upright with a coffee or a tea, because that is what I did, and I faced the consequences later. I understand the people who will have their hostels down the slope are definitely going to get a good dose of workout on a daily basis. But if you can get time, maybe like a 10-minute walk or 15-minute walk after your dinner is really helpful. That, and secondly, eating clean, avoiding fried food, sugar food, very cautious of what you are eating, because that is going to actually reflect in your health, and your performance in your exams, academically wise, or in other extracurricular activities will also get hampered if you are not healthy. So I know you'll feel like going eating out on a daily basis. It happens because you tend to get overwhelmed with the mess food. You are like, अब तो बहुत खा लिया, अब बहुत बोर हो गया, अब बहुत अच्छा सा खाने का मन कर रहा है. Maybe on weekends you treat yourself, but other days, just telling you from my personal experience, full of regrets, please try to eat healthy, because health is wealth, and that is actually really, really true. If you stick to this video till here, time for some bonus tips. This is like one-to-one conversation which you and me are having. MBA can be really, really overwhelming and can act as an eye opener, can be shit, can be hell of an experience, and it just gets crazy once you enter in your MBA. First year is definitely way too hectic than your second year, but first year just drives you crazy. I'm telling you, I have had moments wherein I've cried like crazy. I was reconsidering why even I did an MBA. Why did I decide to do an MBA? Because it takes the hell out of you. You tend to feel that you've been putting so many efforts, but still you're not getting any results and all of that. So just letting you know, remember why you started, and do not doubt yourself, and do not compare yourself with others. See, everybody have their own journey, right? Do not compare your journey with theirs, because they would also have felt their ups and downs. Maybe they're experiencing their ups right now and you are experiencing your down. That does not mean that you will not experience your up part of your life, right? So do not, because it's actually a very vicious cycle when you end up comparing yourself with others. Because I'm sure, maybe right now it does not make sense to you, but when you start your MBA journey, all of this will make sense to you, that what I'm trying to say. You tend to start comparing yourself with others, you tend to doubt yourself so much. Has happened with me. I'm not saying I was not there, but I've tried to push myself. It's okay, Dhanu, you can do it. You know why you're sure. Yeah, a constant inner motivation has to be there. But the only thing I feel is be consistent as much as possible, and be active in your classes. Listen to professors, what are they saying, because your schedule is so hectic that there are days you will not get time to even study, right? You've heard your professors in your class, things will retain with you for some time. So yeah, 3 bonus tips from me. I'll just quickly summarize. Be consistent, don't compare yourself with others, which means don't doubt yourself even a bit. And third, the most important thing, and which I feel acted as a savior, is be active in your classes. Half of your problems are solved. Yeah, that was all from my side in today's video. I've tried to put up all the things which I really wish I knew before starting my MBA journey, and I really hope it adds value to your life as well. Also, feel free to drop in the comments if you have any questions which I probably could not answer, or something related to MBA life in general, life at AppMe, maybe anything which you feel like maybe I can help you with. And also, I'll drop you my LinkedIn ID in case you want to have one-to-one conversation. But just giving a disclaimer, I'm more active on YouTube than on LinkedIn, so it'll be better if you can comment on the YouTube comment section itself. Also, I'm planning to come up with a few more videos related to MBA. Let me know if you would be interested in watching that or not, or if you have any suggestions of a particular topic which you would want me to cover, let me know about that also. So yeah, thank you for watching, and मैं मिलूंगी next video में. But a small request, please जाने से पहले subscribe to the channel, share with somebody you know really needs it. It feels really good to have a community of like-minded people. And also, as I've started my corporate journey, I would want to take you guys along, share my journey with you all. So yeah, stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care, and of course, all the best for your MBA journeys.